Hey there, this is Anonymous T. Welcome to my backup channel, Anonymous T Podcast. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Love Island USA, Season 6, Episode 6, and we've got a lot to get to. So we are picking up where they left off in Episode 5, which was the fallout from the challenge in which Kaylor kissed Hakeem, in which Jana kissed Hakeem, and it had Kendall in his feelings, it had Aaron in his feelings and wanting to take a step back, and Kaylor's doing all this crying. So we pick up there with further conversations, and Kendall's basically using this as an excuse to say, hey, I need space. But real talk, you guys, I don't think Kendall was ever feeling Hannah like that. I just think he didn't have options, right? And even when Olivia, the bombshell, came in, she didn't choose Kendall, right? So he had no choice but to try to, make things happen with Hannah. But I never felt that he was ever genuinely into Hannah. I always felt he was going to jump ship if the right bombshell came in, and either he chooses the bombshell or the bombshell chose him, right? So nonetheless, I can't take him being so hurt and upset so seriously. I don't buy it at all. I think he's secretly glad that he doesn't have to fake anything with Hannah anymore. Sorry. And I like Hannah, but real talk, right? As for Kaylor and Aaron, I think they're just going to be our roller coaster couple. It seems that's going to be the direction that the show is going to continue to throw. It seems like Aaron and Rob are going to be the ones that are, they're going to keep testing the waters, right? They're going to keep throwing as many bombshells at them as possible to see how far things are going to go. Don't be surprised in one of these scenarios if suddenly the hideaway opens randomly for for something to go down. And maybe the twist like the UK season is currently where you don't have to be in a couple with the person to go to the hideaway, right? So look for twists like that, because they're definitely trying to get Rob and Aaron caught up, you guys. And they seem to want lots of tears from Leah and Kaylor, that is. I'm a little confused about this Hakeem and Olivia situation. At first, I thought it might have been genuine, but I should have known better. They're each other's default choice because Hakeem had kissed Olivia, and then she's telling the girls, in the dressing room, basically, that he was like sucking her face, and she wasn't feeling the kiss. And the next morning, Hakeem makes her breakfast. However, she kind of just was nonchalant about it and didn't talk to him all day. Basically ignored him. So Hakeem is talking to Jana. Is Jana the villa therapist? Like, why can't Jana have her own time with her girls and have her own time with Connor? Like, does everybody go up to her for advice on what she needs to do? Because it seems like she was a part of everybody's situation where they were seeking her out for advice on what to do, what to say, and all that. And maybe it's because I think she might be the oldest islander there, oldest female islander. It could be that. Maybe they're looking at her for wisdom and suggestions and all those things. But nonetheless, I'm like, man, can my girl breathe? But I felt that Hakeem, if you're picking up vibes that Liv isn't feeling you, why can't you go to Liv directly and say it to her face, right? Why are we asking around to everyone else but the person you have the issue with? You're doing the same tomfoolery that Serena had been doing for the past few days as it pertained to Cordell, you guys. Speaking of Serena and Cordell, Serena finally tells the girls that she is, finally going to end this charade, this facade that she was putting on with Cordell, and was going to just break it off and say, listen, this is officially the friend zone. I don't feel a spark. I don't feel any magic or all these things. And I'm here for the trio friendship of Leah, Janae, and Serena. I think it's great. I don't know why people are trying to pin Serena and Jana against each other. It doesn't make any sense. There's been no beef. There's been no drama. The one thing I love about this season is all of the girls especially have been super authentic. If they're not feeling these dudes, they're letting them know hook, line, and sinker. They're not about to fake the funk just to stay in the villa. And I respect that wholeheartedly, right? So I have no idea why people are trying to start some things that isn't there, right? So nonetheless, Serena gets a little pep talk from Jana, and Leah on what she should do, on how she should approach this. Janae's giving her advice, hey, just make it short and sweet, don't drag anything out, and all of the things. And then we cut, right? Then we cut to a scene of Cordell and Kendall making a bromance promise, making a BFF promise. But Kendall is showing more light in his friendship in bromance with Cordell than he has in the entire time he's been in a couple with Hannah, you guys. So I knew right then and there, the energy and the eyes brightening up at Cordell's presence, that he is not seeing it for Hannah, you guys. So nonetheless, we'll wait it out till the bombshells get here and he can show his true colors like I expect him to do. And we'll go from there, right? So then we get to Serena, and this all happened during the day, you guys. Serena goes to end things with Cordell. Cordell initially thought that this was about to be something positive, because what happened was that morning he had made her breakfast, he made her everything except for tea, and he asked her what type of tea she likes, and she said she prefers to make her own. But he was literally following her around like a puppy dog all day, and I felt so bad for him. He was giving her compliments, saying he liked her hair, how he liked what she was wearing today, because she put her hair in like little pigtails, and all these things. Well, like technically they were like little buns, pigtail buns, I should say. But nonetheless, I don't know why Serena feels that it's fake coming from Cordell. She feels that he's telling her everything she wants to hear. I don't think I buy that. I think he genuinely likes her, genuinely is attracted to her, and genuinely is complimenting her. I think it's a possibility. I need to watch her intro video again. But I'm starting to think it's a possibility that she is used to liking guys who are not into her. And she is used to liking F-boys and having entanglement, which would explain why she is getting she got the ick so quickly with Cordell, for Cordell hadn't really, an opportunity to truly romance her. I think she had a preconceived notion that Cordell was an F-boy too, because of who his brother was, being Odell Beckham Jr., and she was pleasantly surprised. But I think she couldn't allow herself to really put her walls down to at least give him a chance, right? And so therefore she, asked these random questions if he was a part of the manosphere and all this other stuff to try to find a reason to check out, right? But I just don't feel it would have ever happened, right? Poor Cordell, though, he completely misunderstood the breakup and is telling the guys that Serena just said it wasn't romantical. I was like, no, Cordell, she wants nothing to do with you on a romantic level, period. Like, there's no opportunity for this to come back, right? So I think as of now, Serena's done with Cordell, but I think this is going to put her at risk possibly of getting dumped in the event that one of the bombshells chooses Cordell, right? So we'll keep an eye on that to see how things are going to go. But nonetheless, I feel like Serena just put herself in jeopardy, right? So there was that. Oh, also really quickly, those of you who are spewing hate to Serena for doing the right thing, because you guys have been sending hate to her the past few days to stop leading on Cordell, and she does the adult thing and tells him to his face that she's not feeling it and she just wants to be friends. Stop dragging her. I understand it's sad. I understand you feel bad for Cordell. I understand he's a fan favorite. But what else was she supposed to do? You were going to drag her if she continued to fake things with Cordell. So why are you dragging her when she did the right thing to end things with him? Make it make sense. You wanted her to continue faking things with him for what? Oh, for safety, to stay in the villa? I personally don't think Odell Beckham Jr.'s brother is going anywhere, Serena or no Serena. I don't think he has anything to worry about when it's all said and done, especially since he is a hit with the fans. So, nonetheless, please keep the negativity and the smoke away from Serena. She did the right thing. She did the mature thing, which was not lead him on, not continuing to talk about how much she couldn't stand him to the rest of the villa, and how she was sick of him to the rest of the villa, and how she couldn't feel a spark to the rest of the villa, and finally told him to his face. And then I cracked up at Kaylor talking about Conversate. I was like, oh boy, here we go. And is Anne getting a scriptwriter, you guys? Somebody who is from America, because the hungover joke with Taco Bell did not hit for me. Did not hit. And in that moment, I had another time where I was like, man, I wish Matt was here. I wish Matt was here. Listen, I understand for some people, maybe they didn't get him at first, season 1 on the CBS version, but he was in his bag season 2 and season 3. He was on point with the commentary. He was on point with the jokes. I feel like Ian, he's suited for the UK because he understands it, but if they're feeding him now scripts to say or things to incorporate American references, but it still doesn't land because the way that he's telling the joke or the way the joke is being set up, it doesn't make any sense, right? So that is why I was kind of like, let's try again, right? And the other thing I missed too is Matt did a lot of pop culture references as well, and mixed in with a lot of current events when he was throwing shade and giving commentary. And I miss that so much because I just feel like everything's kind of random with Ian's commentary, right? So I'm just going to continue to monitor that, and I'm going to continue to critique it because it's really annoying me at this point. Also, I think Janae and Connor, they're on point in the morning. They worked out together. They were cooking pancakes together. They were cuddling at one of the little beanie bags together. I am just liking the vibe of them. I know some people are wishing on their downfall and are having flashbacks to Destiny and Harrison, but I feel like this is a lot more authentic. This is a lot more legitimate. I think there is a genuine attraction there. There's a genuine interest there. Connor is night and day from Coy, who made zero effort to talk to Janae and just thought that his good looks was enough to get him going. It's good that, in all of the scenes that we've seen with Connor and Janae, they've had all types of conversations, right? It hasn't been pulling teeth trying to get a topic out of one another to get something going, right? So I am here for all of that, right? So speaking of, Connor gets a text that says, hey, tonight there is going to be an underwear party, a pajama jam. Well, not a pajama jam, but basically everybody in their underwear. And I'm like, aren't they basically in their underwear all day anyways? But basically, it was an opportunity for the girls to get glammed up to, be in some lingerie and all these things, because I'm sure most of these guys haven't seen them in lingerie because most of these girls are not really feeling them like that. So nonetheless, this was their opportunity. And also what was going on with the closed captioning where Aaron was saying... I think he was saying the naked girls or something, or girls naked, and for somehow it translated into ghost naked on closed captioning. I don't know if that was the case, that was just my TV, or if that happened to any of you guys, but that was a little bit weird. Nonetheless, then there was a moment where Cordell is putting a blow dryer in his nether regions, saying he needed to get his all sorted out, and I was like, okay. And all the guys are just laughing. He thanked everybody for being there for him earlier because he was kind of sad about the Serena situation. And and here's the thing, you never know what can happen, Cordell, but do not give up, right? But he really seems genuine. I don't get fake vibes from Cordell, you guys. Of all the guys that are there, him right now is the least tracking of any type of fakery as far as I'm concerned, right? And then the rankings kind of vary from there after what happened during tonight's bombshell, right? So then Ariana walks in, right? After everybody's glammed up. Oh, first of all, let me give kudos to Jana and her outfit, her lingerie. She was giving brick house, you guys. Everything was on point. They had her in the center for the girls to do their slow motion walk, and it was bananas, you guys. I was here for all of it. She understood what to do. She did not F around or anything. And she was so in her bag. She was so in her element of sex appeal and oozing sexiness that Connor could not stay away from her. The moment that it was an opportunity for them to be alone, he took it and grabbed her and took her to Soul Ties. And they were on the same page about moving things further and having a kiss. And it was a nice kiss that they had. It was a nice kiss, a nice outside of a challenge kiss, and they're both beaming, you guys. Janae said it was a 10 out of 10. Connor thinks that Janae is a good kisser, so I really think this has potential. I'm not fully on the train yet, but I'm like in the line. I'm in the Jana and Connor line. However, I have not jumped fully on the train yet. I'm not inside the train at all. I'm not inside, any any of the carts or anything yet, but I'm in line. I'm in line. I just got to see more from Connor to see how he is going to move as future bombshells come in, and I need to see whether or not they are going to survive Casa Amor, right? Because I know for a second, the moment that they start to get serious, they're probably going to start to bring in some bombshells for Jana to see, they're going to probably bring in another type of koi that has like a personality this time. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not Jana will jump shift or not, right? Wait. Why do I keep saying her name? It's Janae. Please, guys, do not come for me. I know her name is Janae. I don't know why I'm randomly saying Jana at times. Please forgive me. We're 6 episodes in, you guys. But I know her name is Janae. Nonetheless, her aesthetic reminds me so much of Candace from Real Housewives of Potomac. Just like the pretty pageant girl with brains and all of the things, and I love it. I love the energy that she is giving. Love the kiss, like I said, with her and Connor. I hope that we get like some cute bedroom kisses in the next episode. So again, back to Ariana. So she comes in her, bombshell lingerie outfit. Everybody's freaking out. She tells Hakeem and Janae that to get these gift boxes, she had a gift for everybody, right? So in everybody's present was a handcuff and a blindfold. In each of the couples, one person had to decide who wanted to be handcuffed. The other person had to decide to wear a blindfold. And immediately I was like, this is going to be some type of regurgitation of the twist that they did for Love Island games when they brought in Johnny as a bombshell and he kissed Sally and everybody was blindfolded. I thought this was well executed because what they did this time was some people had their eyes open this time, whereas compared to Love Island games, everybody had their eyes closed. So this time around, some people had their eyes open, some people had their eyes closed, and then the 2 bombshells come in and they make their move. One kisses on Rob and kisses on Hakeem. The other kisses on Aaron, and also, wait, am I mixing it up? Am I mixing up who kissed who? Kendall. Sorry. Kendall and Hakeem was who the first bombshell kissed, right? And then the second bombshell kissed Rob and Aaron, you guys. So I think Rob and Aaron, I think Leah and Kaylor are going to be in for a long ride. And I unfortunately was believing the lies that they were all in on their couples, you guys. But basically the way they reacted to these bombshells and the previews for the tomorrow night, and Rob saying he's completely open. So now I'm wondering if they deleted some scenes, because we didn't understand from a viewing audience perspective why Olivia was so pissed at the recoupling, as far as, seeing Rob kissing Leah behind her back while they were in a couple. Perhaps maybe there's some things that were left out. Maybe they stole some kisses that didn't air, or maybe because Rob is getting such a good edit and is making this edit look like he's this faithful boyfriend, we never would have anticipated, maybe he's saying something different to Olivia on the side, or maybe he's kissing her, on the side or whatever as well. We don't know any of that, right? So nonetheless, now him just saying he's completely open, and also Aaron saying he's open, because they said that these new bombshells are basically their types and all the things, and that they're brick houses. So nonetheless, I am here for the tomfoolery. I think Hannah needs to be worried because Kendall immediately had his tongue down the bombshell's throat. So I think Kendall's done. I think he's done with Hannah. So Hannah needs to be worried. I don't know yet if Kaylor's going to be at risk of being dumped yet, though. I think actually it might be more so Olivia. Olivia, when she made the comment, Kaylor, because Kaylor was the one that had on the blindfold in her couple, whereas Aaron was handcuffed, and she said, Kaylor, we've got another blonde in the villa. And I was like, oh. I was like, that didn't sound like a confident, like, hey, we've got another blonde. That sounded like a, oh, bleep, this blonde looks better than me. I need to step my game up, right? So that was the energy that I was getting, right? And then Leah felt a certain type of way because she was like, why does everybody have to come in and kiss my man and go after my man? So I feel as though, I feel like production let these girls know, or maybe they knew from their After Sun appearance that, Cordell was basically single right now, to give him a kiss. I think that was a producer maybe nudge there. And also I think the one girl might be into brothers, and I think that's why, I don't know. We'll see, right? We'll see what happens, right? But, nonetheless, I am here for it all. I am here for it all. I think this season is at a great start. There was like maybe 1 or 2 episodes that I just wasn't feeling, but I feel like all of the rest thus far have been on point, right? So I am here for the chaos that the bombshells are going to cause. I also have to give kudos that the US is outperforming the UK series right now. I love the cinematography. I love how they're doing the different camera angles of these islanders. They're doing close-ups when appropriate. They're doing the proper montage sequences of all of the islanders. Everyone's easy on the eyes. Nobody's looking hard-faced or anything like that. Even with people who have on like the 20 pounds of makeup, sorry, Hannah, it's not overwhelming, right? Whereas like the UK, it just feels like they're using like a dated camera. They're using dated technology to film the show as if it's still in 2010 or something. And they have not upgraded their cameras yet. Whereas like the US, and maybe it's because it's on Peacock, maybe it's because on streaming that you can get away with a little bit more, that everything just looks very polished, right? Looks very polished. It looks very genuine. And the other side is I like that all the girls are, for the most part, getting along. They're honest with each other. I also like the energy. I love seeing all of the villa friendships and the intermingling of everyone, right? And I love that they spend more time with that. Whereas on the UK version, they focus more on the couples and potential love triangles, right? Also, I love that US every episode is incorporating some type of challenge, whether it's a challenge, a daily challenge, or a challenge, someplace, away from the villa if need be. But technically they don't need to in Fiji because their villa is so big. But I just love the variety and the spontaneity of everything, that they're utilizing different kissing games to, introduce some of these bombshells. They're doing kissing games to break the ice. I still love the fact that they decided to do the initial coupling of all the islanders through an icebreaker kissing game before anybody chose who they wanted to be with, or doing the stupid, hey, let's have the public vote and it's going to be stereotypical, right? So I am just really happy with all of the decisions thus far. I just feel like we need to get this narrating together, though. And I feel like Ariana is finally progressing. She's finally progressing, because I was very nervous the first couple of episodes, but it could have just been that she needed to get her feet wet, right? But I feel like now she's kind of in a groove. She's kind of in a rhythm. And now she seems to be coming into her own. And it seems that she really has a pulse on all of the islanders and what's going on, which is always good for a host. Because sometimes these hosts just come in and they're completely clueless, like as if they have no idea what's happening, right? But Ariana seems very much plugged into what is happening with the islanders, which is good. And, seems to have a good rapport with all of them, right? So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see, if Kendall's head is completely turned and done with Hannah. We're going to see between Rob and Aaron who is going to cause the most chaos and get picked by a bombshell, leaving their couple vulnerable. We'll see what happens, you guys. But I'm here for the mess. I am here that every day it kind of keeps you on your toes. I was a little bit nervous that they weren't showing much Jana and Connor the previous episode, and some people had speculated, oh, maybe because it's a bombshell coming in and they don't want us to get attached. But I just think that there was so much else going on with all of the drama of the fallout of the challenge kissing that they didn't have time to really give us any Janae and Connor. But tonight I was fed. I am full, and I want more. Right? I want more. I'm not overstuffed. but I'm there, right? Like I said, I'm in line for the train, but not officially on it, but I'm in line for the train as long as there are continued green flags going for Connor, right? And he does not play Janae. Also, the other thing that I loved how authentic it was coming from Aaron, saying that the only two girls in the villa that deserved breakfast was Janae and Serena, you guys. Basically saying that everybody else has some type of issue, right? And the way I interpreted that is Janae and Serena have been the most authentic in the villa, have been the most friendly and easy to get along with in the villa. They know exactly what they're getting when it comes to them, and there hasn't been tomfoolery, there hasn't been any hypocrisies, there hasn't been hey, I'm all into you, and then behind your back I'm 50-50, or behind your back I'm going to kill someone else in the challenge. So I like that they're pretty much, you know, they see Serena and Janae for who they are, and that is a really good thing in the villa, you guys. So there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.